Still no option to call people in. How depressing.
I miss those days already, but everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. No one's watching. I'm gonna try to make this quick. Sorry, I'm checking messages while I'm doing this. Okay. Sweet, let's just talk. I got a viewer, it's enough. It's Larissa, my cousin. Awesome. She can listen to me talk flag football, not watching. Ooh, interesting. I might have an inside scoop. I wonder who is going to be there today. Let me pull this up. Somebody says they will be there, but they're not watching. This man is a flag football player. Interesting. One more notable, guys, that I know at least. Yep. All right. Where the hell is this schedule at? I should have pulled this up first. I want to talk about yesterday real quick. That's Sunday That's predictions. Where's the results at? You know what? Let me find the results first. Actually, I guess I'll improvise a little bit. Yesterday, day one of this tournament was a little bit sloppy. That's the one where I would describe it. But, that happens when teams are trying to put it together. For a weekend, especially sometimes guys don't play with each other for a while. Not sure who the case was for some of these teams, but a lot of sloppiness yesterday. Something I said that to me. In some games, AFN should have blown out the Chargers. That game should have not been as close as it was. The fact the Chargers had a shot in the fourth quarter is just not something I'd expect. Other thoughts, going back looking at B real quick. Baez Auto Renegades, tough physical battle. Came down to the very end. Classic game. Trying to think about the games I covered yesterday. I was surprised that the Hawks beat the Blackhawks. That caught me off guard a little bit. I thought the Blackhawks would take that one. Usually they're a lot more physical, and I felt like they could have gone after and contained Robbie a little bit better, but they weren't able to. They did bounce back against the Titans, though. There was a tie yesterday. I know that much. We had a tie between Southside and Hawks. I blanked on that for a second. So that ended up causing a little bit of a scuffle in the bracket. Mixed things up a little bit. And the A side of things, I'm trying to find results, but I don't think there's a full result post that I can actually find. So I'm just going to continue. So on the A side of things yesterday, Bullets PME, that was a good game. Came down to the wire. PME Rampage. PME, apparently, I didn't film that game. I was in my car having a break. Took a small one. And, I can't smoke the good stuff in a hotel, Larissa, trust me. I don't want to get that extra charge in here. I'll go to my car first, but... Yeah. PME, apparently, from what I gathered, blew a big lead on Rampage. Rampage was down, came back and won, and then Rampage proceeded to beat the Bullets in a game where the final score, honestly, was nowhere near as bad as the final score would imply. The Bullets had at least 3 red zone opportunities they just couldn't capitalize on, and in one of the cases, it was Mayo from our league caught the ball, and the ref said he was out when he caught it. I didn't think he was out looking back at it, but I'm going to keep going over it. Maybe there's something I could be missing, but that was a big momentum shift because if he catches that, we're sitting at 13-7 at halftime. In the second half, it just comes down to who's able to stand up the most. But either way, shout out to Rampage for the performance yesterday. That offense was electric all day, especially after the PME, especially once they started rallying back on PME. Aftermath, 7-point. Another great game that came down to the wire. Look back at it. Another game that came down into the wire. We need instant replay, Ben. That's the next step. If we can get people filming instead of live streaming, which I know live is the end all be all to some people. It's great for those who can't watch, but Could you imagine if we substituted live for film and we were able to take advantage of that for instant replay? I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, it's a quick set. It may take about a minute to set up, but if you want to, because phone screens aren't exactly the best way to view things. The screen's tiny itself. So, really, in my opinion, instant replay challenge, $50. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, Ben. I like that. And you do get the 50 back for those who don't know. Because we didn't know that when we went up to York for Team Blunt Talk. We went up there to play Blackhawks, and there was a challenge that we could have used against them in regards to a play, and we didn't really think about the rule because some of us didn't really know about the rule. And so we didn't actually do it. And if we had done it, though, it may have gone in our favor. But that's something that teams forget about. But that'd be a cool idea. Instant replay. Instant replay based on video of somebody filming. Not live. Live is, no. The problem with live is I got to cut the feed for you to go back and watch. You got to literally cut the feed, wait about 2 to 3 minutes, and then hope to find the mark of where it was. And that would just take longer. But no, day one, to summarize, some sloppy play, but some classic games in the process. There were some classics in this one. Bullets PME was great. Aftermath 7-point was great. I didn't catch Anarchy 7-point. Anarchy Aftermath was great. That was another game that came down to the wire. Baez Renegades had a good time with that one. Chargers, Raiders, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to call them the Raiders to me because they're still the MD Raiders. Even if they have about a couple of guys in yellow shirts saying that we're the Chargers. One's a more established team, at least in my opinion, in the circuit. Like I said, they should not have came as close to AFN as they did. That game should have been a blowout. It came down to the wire, though, mostly because just a little bit of sloppiness by AFN, but they'll bounce back today. Let me take a look at the seeding real quick. If I can get my laptop to unfreeze. Here we go. I'm going to look at the brackets, starting with B. Petty versus Southside, 8 a.m. this morning. That'll be a good one. I didn't get a chance to catch Petty yesterday. Apparently they didn't do well enough that they ended up at the 8 a.m. kickoff. Fun one to have. The other 8 a.m. kickoff is MD Titans versus the Chargers, Raiders, whatever you want to call them, Schraders, Rargers. I don't know. That'll play at 8 as well. That's on field 1. Petty's on field 2 again. The winner of Petty Southside will play AFN at 10:30. The winner of Titans and Chargers will play the Hawks. AFN Hawks being the 1 and 2 seed. Both had the better performances yesterday of all the teams. 9:15 Scorpions, Blackhawks. That winner will take on the winner of Petty Southside AFN. 9:15 as well, a rematch of this tournament already. Renegades and Baez will play again. I'm going to try to see if I can have that one. The winner of that's going to play the winner of Hawks, Titans, and Chargers. And then semis at 1:15, final at 4. My prediction in this bracket, I'm going to go Petty over Southside. I got AFN beating Petty. Scorpions beating Blackhawks. I got Titans over the Raiders. Renegades over Baez. I got him getting him again. Albeit, that game was so close yesterday that it's hard to tell which way it's going to swing. But I've seen enough out of the Renegades this year where I feel like they could beat Baez. But it's going to be tough. These are two teams who've been... They're what I call the bridesmaids of this because they keep getting to the final. They've gotten to the finals, both of them have this year in different tournaments, and they've just fallen short, both of them. So after that, the semis would be AFN, Scorpions on one bracket. I got Hawks. I got Titans beating Hawks. I think Titans will pull off the upset. So your final four are for the B bracket: AFN, Scorpions, which I think If AFN comes fully loaded, they're the favorite to win it in my eyes. And in the other half, I got Titans versus Renegades. And I feel like at the end, it's going to be Renegades and AFN. And I got AFN defeating Renegades in the finals. Just watch the Renegades, man. Last 2 tournaments, they've snuck in there. AFN not beating Petty? All right, we'll see. You guys got to beat Southside first, which we'll see. I mean, anything can happen in flag football. Over in the A bracket, kicking off at noon, Anarchy and Bullets. That'll be a good game. I think Anarchy takes that one. Unless the Bullets, I mean, from what I hear, the Bullets are going to come fully ready today. And they weren't bad yesterday playing either. But I feel like it's a tough one to pick. I feel like Anarchy might take that one. I like the way Anarchy looked yesterday against Aftermath. Bullets will come fully loaded, but Clancy might be. If Bullets might come fully loaded, if they have Clancy, then he might struggle a little bit because I saw him struggle a lot when we played him in York because he hadn't thrown so much in a while. And I think the last time he's played quarterback was in York. Actually, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe he's played over from the field a little bit. I have a hard time keeping up. Aftermath Playmakers, I got Aftermath taking that one. In the semis, I got Rampage over Anarchy. 7-point Aftermath's going to be good. I think Aftermath takes it. And in the finals, I got Rampage versus Aftermath. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Aftermath to take this one. But it's going to be a close, interesting final for sure. Anyways, that's really about it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to respond to them when I can. I'll be filming all day today, at least on the games. I don't know. I think the Powell brothers are going to have, or Charles, or just going to have coverage of it. Maybe mixing up some guys. I know Monet's going to be there. I'll be live courtesy of Ben Pennington because Sprint is the absolute worst. I mean, the absolute worst. So, don't get Sprint if you're a live streamer. That's my advice. I've maybe had success once this year, and that was in York. I had a little bit of success in Greencastle. I had like 5 bars there, but yesterday in Tucker Field, it was bad. Just bad. But Ben was clutch. Thanks, Ben Pennington. And once again, thanks, Kent Page, for putting on this tournament. Anyways, I'm Joey Blaze. I'll see you later this morning. Going to try to do a wrap-up show afterwards, too. We'll be live from the field. We try to film the post-game stuff and celebrations and everything else. So, till later today, I'll see you.